Hi everybody, my name is Somerleigh Lasco and I work for the Haldimand Ability Centre here in Hagersville, Ontario. We have a bunch of different programs here, but we're going to showcase a couple in particular on our YouTube channel. This one that we're going to be doing today is the spin-off of Canvas and Mocktails, where we do a painting together, everybody tries to paint the same thing, and everybody goes home with a little masterpiece. This is Lynn, she's going to be helping me today.
Hi. Glad to be here.
And where are you from? What do you do?
I was for 30 years in the social service work field. I've now come down with Alzheimer's, early onset Alzheimer's, so I can't work anymore. But I did a wonderful career, wonderful memories, wonderful kids, wonderful grandkids, so life is good. And the center, I don't know where I'd be without the center, to be honest. It's 3 days a week. I look so forward to it every time. And we paint, and I suck at painting all my life, but it doesn't matter now, and I'm more creative.
I've never known.
I know, I'm good now.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Yeah. So it's something I would strongly recommend to anybody. And the nice part is you don't have to have Alzheimer's. You don't have to have anything. You just have to be a person who wants to join. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Some people are healthier than others, and it just doesn't matter. Just everybody's so accepting. The workers are fantastic, very supportive, very accepting. I would probably be hospitalized if it wasn't for the center.
Well, we're very lucky to have you here.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So we're doing this these YouTube videos just to show a little bit about the programs that we do here. If somebody's unable to come for whatever reason, they can do it at home, or if they just prefer to do it at home, I mean, we'd rather see them, but they can do that. Or if you just want to paint with us, that's fine too. Okay, so are you ready to get started, Lynn?
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to be painting this today. It's kind of a moody winter scene. We're getting into spring now, but we did have some snow, so this is kind of the inspiration as to why we're doing this one today. So what we'll be using is all from the dollar store, so you can get your own stuff, no problem. We're just using the regular canvas with the wooden background. I find that it's a lot easier to hang up if you get those, but you can use whatever you want. We'll be using blue, this nice electric blue kind of, black and white. That's it, 3 colors, and a big brush and a small brush, paper towel, all of that. Well, you can see that. I'm gonna put this right here. Get your plate here. So again, this is just black. I like this kind of paint. I don't know if you've used this one, but some people think this one is watery, but I like this one. And then our blue. It's nice color.
Nice, very nice.
Oh. And then our white. So we'll be doing a little bit of mixing today. Okay. Blue, black, and white. Say that 3 times.
For me?
Here, which side do you want?
I'll just show it 3 times.
Okay. Okay, so we've got our paper towels here. You've already done this, haven't you, Lynn? Okay, we're going to take the big one out of the water and then just dab it. So we have some water on the paintbrush, but most of it is taken off. So if you can see the painting, you'll notice that there's a top half and a lower half. The top half is the sky. Lower half is the water, sea or lake, whatever you want. And we kind of have a clear horizon there. So we want to start with black. We want to make sure that our horizon can be seen. So let's just take a little bit of black.
Oh, wait a minute.
You can use mine.
Sorry. That's all right.
We can share, that's fine. Okay, and we're going to make a line across, it's about halfway, maybe just under. So I can hold this up too. Just a line across. And this is just going to be the horizon, making sure that we know where the water is and where the sky is. On our sky. So you see how the blue and the black is mixed together? Mm-hmm. I'm just going to start building it from the horizon up. So that looks a little bit dark on mine. So we can just keep adding the blue. Might be a little gloomier. So a good thing to remember, and something that I like to tell participants, is that you'll see the end product, but you won't create the same exact thing, and neither will I. So we'll all get to create our own thing.
So it makes it so special.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Like you can all do the same picture, but you all have to do a different picture.
Yeah, you end up seeing different styles in people's painting develop. It's really cool.
Am I going high?
Just a little bit, like about that high. So we're going to start adding some color here. So we want to make it so that it progresses into just the blue. And then eventually we're going to be adding in white, because we gotta see that tree somehow.
Like how you've got the texture. You
Yeah.
can see the texture. That's
All
what I
that
just started
is
doing.
just like using a lot of paint. I call it juicy. Juicy painting. Yeah. So once you're ready there.
All right.
Okay. We're going to add some white into our blue. And just start building it on there. So I like this one because there's very minimal paintbrush cleaning. You can just bring it in with the other
Am I
colors.
going right to the top?
Yep, you're just going to keep adding your white in. And then we'll work it all the way to the top.
I've actually had friends and that come over
Mm-hmm.
and do painting, and they go, God, I haven't painted in like 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Just try it, and they love
Yep.
it. They love it.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe I should say where the inspiration for this was from. I took a class in Port Dover. It was an actual canvas and cocktails kind of thing where they had an artist come in,
Oh yeah.
and she showed us how to paint a particular painting, and it was great. And all I kept thinking was, geez, we can do this, no problem at the center. Like, I could teach this.
Oh, I'm glad you're at that class then.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking I don't really have that much skill in terms of painting. Like, I didn't go to school for it. I didn't really do it in high school or anything, but just the skills that I learned from those classes that I went to, like the canvas and cocktail parties, I knew I could do it. So then
Now
we
you teach it.
Yeah, yeah. So then we tried it here, and it went off like
Oh,
like
it's
gangbusters. Got our sky there. How do you like it?
It's good. I like
Okay.
yours better.
Well,
You've got
we
mine.
can trade after if you want.
Well, we'll look at that.
Okay, so now we've got the sky, and we're going to make the sea or the lake, whatever you want to call it, right now. So we're going to go the same progression again, but down. I don't know if that made any sense.
Yeah.
But we're going to, from the horizon line that we made, we're going to start with the light blue, like up here, and go down to a darker blue.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with that blue that we probably mixed up. And then just follow along your black line here.
So I was just a narrow one?
Well, I'm just tracing closely, so if you feel comfortable doing a thicker one, you can. Just as long as it looks like a horizon, I guess. So then all you'll do is start with your light blue and start making it darker, so you can add more and more blue to it. And then eventually a little bit of black at the bottom.
I think this is such a wonderful thing for anybody.
Yeah?
I really do. I hope they someday bring this into nursing homes before I get there.
Yeah. We'll follow you if that happens, right?
Okay, yeah.
Not saying that'll happen, but yeah, this is I don't know who figured out that this was like the initial person anyways, but we figured out that this would work, but it works. I really like that anybody can do it. We have so many different types of people and abilities and all, which is really what all of our programs are geared towards. Anybody and everybody can come, but
which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Because then you have a wonderful mixture of people. And,
yeah.
And everyone feels accepted. And
yeah.
You don't have to have, you know, an ability or disability.
Yep.
To go. And if you, I come across people like I do like with the Alzheimer's and that, but I come across people at the center and you just chat and talk and everyone's accepting. Everyone, no matter what, everyone is accepting. There's really no right or wrong. It's all just right.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Well, and we can all learn from each other too, right? Like we all have special abilities and we can learn about, like you said, people learning from you with Alzheimer's disease or dementia.
Yeah. And you know what, even if people don't have it, like what I have sort of thing, it's okay because everyone has something in life, right?
Yeah.
And they can share or not share. And you don't have to share. I just want people to know.
You choose to share, right?
I choose to, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I choose to.
Well, isn't it better when we all cooperate together and work together and learn from each other? That's what I think. I suppose that's a good reason why I love working here, right?
Yeah, it's also a good way to educate people. You know?
Yes.
People just are ignorant, and I don't mean rude. I mean, they're just ignorant. They don't know things. You know what I mean? So, and neither did I. Now my dad had Alzheimer's, so I have more of awareness of my own thing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll work on the teeny now.
Well, because it's still wet, you can blend it.
Yeah.
And then if you're... I tend to paint very quickly. If you are following along and you're quicker like me, then you can do the edges if you want. I always find that doing the edges makes it look like the painting is complete. So
yeah, and it looks good on the wall. It's sort of like violent, but not in a negative way, like this, like the sea sort of thing, being darker. Right? It's just showing it's darker. So now I'm coming down with lightning strikes.
Yeah. So sometimes what happens in these classes is you get inspired to do something else, which is totally cool. I mean, the whole point of this is so that you get a paintbrush onto a canvas or onto something and you just start going. So Lynn's going to do her own thing, which is totally cool. You keep doing your own thing. I'm going to continue on with this one if for those of you who want to keep going. So at this point you should have a sky and a sea. And because it's basically the same thing, you can turn it over and see which direction you like best. I like the original. I think this was the original. Yeah. That's another good thing about painting is that you can sort of switch your direction if you want. Okay. So while Lynn is doing her thunderstorm, I hope that's not how you're feeling right now.
No, I'm not. I was just thinking that is not reflective of how I feel.
No, well, that's good. You're just feeling the thunderstorm on the paint. With the paint, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to start with our little paintbrush here. I've just got a little angled one. And we're going to use black. So I'll make sure I've got the right direction here. Okay, so we kind of did a winter tree. So it doesn't really have a lot of foliage on it. So just going to start at the bottom. And bring it up. And over. And I've run out of paint, so I'm just going to make sure that it comes through. I might get a guest here.
And what is it you're doing again with that?
I'm just going to do a tree.
Oh, okay.
You can still add a tree if you want.
Well, I'm sort of like all in the water.
Yeah, I'm going to put some land on there afterwards.
Oh, all right.
Right. So, okay, so we're figuring out all the kinks with our first video here, so let's progress on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started our tree, and usually trees are a little bit thicker at the bottom where the trunk would be, so you can do that. This is going to be the main part of the tree, main branch. But it still should be, well, if you want it to look like the example over my shoulder there, it still should be a bit of a skinny tree because it's winter time and I guess it's starving. Yep. Okay. So I'm just using the small brush, but if you're more comfortable with the big one, you can go ahead and do that. I'm just going to add some more limbs. And I know that I've run out of paint there, but I'm going to add it in later. It's kind of looking a little crisscrossy. That is a technical word.
For the thingamajig.
The thingamajig, you do hickey. We're trying to make it look like a tree, really. So I have the majority of my limbs going one way, but it's okay to have one or two going the opposite way. So, look at what I've done over there.
Isn't this gross? You just jump into this.
You can add limbs wherever you like. It looks like it's kind of blowing in the wind, which makes sense if you've got your lightning storm there, Lynn.
Yeah.
Makes sense why it would be blowing in the wind. So all I'm doing is just adding to the limbs, making sure that they're dark. And you can make them a little thicker near the trunk if you want. How's it going over there, Lynn?
Great.
Good. And filled it in with black.
Okay.
Yeah, you can add to yours here. Just so it looks like the tree is coming from somewhere, not like it's coming out of the water or something. So then I'll be leaving it. Okay? So then one of the last things we do, we're just going to add a little bit of, I don't know what else to call it, but foliage.
Okay.
Like a little bit of tree leafiness.
Okay. I want to add some of the dark like you've got there.
Okay, you can add to it as you want. You go for it, as you feel the inspiration to. So, are you okay if I go on?
Yeah.
Okay. So all I'm doing is just adding a couple of dots to the end of each branch. And I'm just using the little tip of the brush. So it kind of looks like, not buds because it's supposed to be winter time, but little bits of leaves, leftover leaves.
Actually, now it looks like a more violent weather.
Yeah?
Just good to paint.
Yeah, get it out if you need to. Yeah, painting can be very therapeutic, even if you don't feel like that, right?
Oh yeah, I love it.
It's really difficult to start. So if you just start and keep working at it and practice, then I suppose that's what this channel will be like. Practice with us.
That's right. And it's if I can do it, anyone can do it.
There you go.
Honestly.
If I can do it, anybody. Signature. That's right. So you can pick whatever color you want to do. I always make a big deal about signing your stuff because sometimes people forget their paintings and we have no idea whose this is. Right. This was what we started with. This is what we ended with. So I'm the artist of both of these, and they look similar, but they're different. So don't be afraid to work on these because they'll end up being different every time. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the cool part of them, is that everybody has an original piece. Mm-hmm. You want to hold yours up there, Lynn?
Well, now I'm going to add more because I see that light.
You're going to add more to it?
But I take them home sometimes and change them, and
yeah.
So that looks like a pretty dark scene.
Yeah, well, and if that's what you want, that's what you want. That's great. Okay.
Stormy weather.
Yeah. So you can add, oh, I forgot the moon. Isn't that funny? I forgot a step. So you can add a moon in there. Actually, I'm going to leave it out because, isn't that funny? Well, I'll do better next time.
You did great.
Thanks, Lynn. Okay, so we hope to have these videos regularly, doing different types of scenes, different types of paintings for all of you to follow along with. And if you want, you can give us feedback, and we'll improve every time. So thanks for watching, everyone. You want to sign off?
Thanks for the opportunity of being able to do this.
Well, thanks for joining us, Lynn.
Take care.